Okay, I've had a bunch of questions over the last couple of weeks about the assignments, and while I've tried to make them, try to address them via email, I get the feeling that that is not working as well as I'd hoped. So I'm going to try to make a Q&A video to hopefully address some of your concerns. Alright, the first important question was, one student asked, the objective of the assignment due yesterday was to have the problem display in the console and not in the game. So let's address that. Why am I having you direct your output to a GUI text? I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. First and most importantly, for my online students, is that I can't see your console when you make a web build, so it would be impossible to grade. And secondly, every game I've ever played has text in it somewhere, so knowing how to display text is essential to game development. So, with the knowledge that we need a GUI text in our project, I have the question of how do I create a GUI text object and use it. Alright, so let's start now by launching Unity. If you hold down Option or Alt on Windows, when you click on Unity, you will get the project wizard. Right? You're supposed to. Right? We are going to create a new project. Right? And we're going to set this in my Unity projects, as I always do. Right? We call it Bivans-SGD113. I'm just going to call this Gui Text because that's all I'm doing. Right? Test. Save that. Don't need any of those. And this will open up. Okay. This is your blank Unity project. Notice we have a main camera down here in the hierarchy. The hierarchy reflects everything that's in the scene. The project is everything that's in the whole game. We need to add a GUI text to the scene. To do that, we go up to Game Object, Create Other, GUI Text. Now you will see your GUI text here. Let's rename that Output Text. With output text selected, you'll notice over here in the inspector, the output text, the label is changed here as well. Looking down in the inspector, you'll see this GUI text component. You notice many different properties: text, anchor, alignment, pixel offset, so forth. The one we are most concerned with now is this text property. And this is what you will change in your script to reflect the output that we want to see here. You'll notice if you change this text here, it shows up here. If you would like to change the font size, you can do so here. So now that we have a GUI text in the hierarchy, let's create a script that will change this text dynamically. We will name this script Gui Text test. And we'll double click it to open it. Okay, so now we're in our Gui Text test script, and we need to add a public variable in here so that we can connect our Gui Text object in Unity to our script. All right, so we're going to say Gui Text, and you'll see it's right there. I'm going to hit enter. Right. And we're going to call this output text. And this is called a variable declaration. We are declaring this variable. At this point, I want to save the script and I want to switch back to Unity. Alright? And we would need to see where this, how declaring that public variable affects things, right? But the first thing we need to do is to attach our script to an object. That was a question, one of the questions I had. How do you do that? Well, what you do is you come over here where the script is, and all you have to do is drag it onto one of your objects. In this case, we're going to drag it straight to our main camera. At this point, it doesn't matter a whole lot where we attach these scripts because we don't have very many objects in our scene. But in the future, you will find that it will be very obvious that certain scripts should be attached to certain objects, and there will be very logical reasons for doing so. But for now, we're just going to attach it to the main camera. Once you have attached it to the main camera, click on main camera and you'll see over here in the inspector there is now this Gui Text test script attached to it. And also notice there's an output text property, and you'll see that it says none Gui Text. That means we have not attached our Gui Text from the hierarchy over here to our script. To do that, all you have to do is take your output text here and drag it over to the slot. And as soon as you do that, it says output text Gui Text, and you know that you are connected. Alright, so now that we've connected, we can switch back to our script in MonoDevelop. And what we're going to do now is simply in our start function, we're going to set the text property of output text to something other than what we have it now. So let's start typing output text, and we'll let code completion do the work for us. Type dot, right, and then start typing text. So now we say output text dot text equals, let's say something else. Hello again, right? And make sure to end that with a semicolon. Now when we run this hello here should change to hello again. So let's see. And there we go. So that is how to connect an output text, GUI text object to a script and have the script dynamically change it at runtime.